Hello.
Hello.
This is your first appearance on a main feed.
It is. How exciting.
So for everybody who doesn't listen to Doc Jams, let's welcome Nikita.
Why aren't you listening to the Doc Jams? But hi. Nice
That's what
to
I've
see
been
you.
saying. Yeah. So if you like Nikita, which you will love her. You can hear more of her on our Patreon episodes on the Doc Jams and over on the YouTubes.
Oh, yeah. You've probably seen me on the socials and the YouTubes, right?
Possibly.
Well, if you're not there, you should be.
We have this many listeners and this many YouTube people.
Okay, well, do you see the discrepancy?
There is a discrepancy.
Let's balance it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would really help us. Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay, but today we're going to do something a little bit different. So this episode is called Halloween Pranks Gone Wrong. You know this because you clicked on it, but it was written by Beth. So hey, girl, thanks.
Hey.
And she had this idea where we're literally just going to talk about Halloween
Pranks Gone Wrong. Except I don't know them.
And I don't either. Beth knows them.
Oh.
So there's a few different ones.
Okay.
And we're just going to talk about them and react and stuff.
Okay.
And be like, what? You know.
Oh my God. All right, let's do it. I'm ready.
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
First one's called Dummy Under Lawnmower.
Okay, I see where this is going, and I don't see it going well.
Did people actually die? Okay.
Oh, God, I don't know.
Surely
We're going to find out
surely
together.
not. Because she was like, it's lighthearted and fun, so surely, right? Okay.
Okay.
In October of 2011, in Salisbury, North Carolina, a man driving down Oregon Church Road in eastern Rowan County saw what he thought was a man trapped underneath a riding lawnmower.
That's scary. I don't ever want to come up on that.
No. Do you know how terrified I am of that happening?
I assume that every single trash bag, lump of something that I see on the side of the road, dead body. It is. I don't care. I'm not stopping because I can't be responsible for reporting that.
No. Can you imagine the things you would...
I would have to go to so much therapy.
Yeah, some people open the bags. Just what's in them. Yeah.
Nope.
Bless him. All he could see was a pair of bloody legs sticking out of the front of the mower and a bloody arm sticking out of the side.
Oh my God.
He called 911 to report the accident, and it almost prompted a full emergency response. However, someone else quickly let operators and emergency responders know that it was actually just a decoration and no emergency services were dispatched. And looking at the photo of the incident, it does look quite realistic, and the homeowner, Chris Deaton, didn't have any other decorations or signs.
So it's just this one thing, and it's like a dude that's... Okay, but did the guy that called it in, did he keep driving, or did he, attempt to render aid? I'm assuming he kept driving because he didn't know, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think he was like, that guy's a goner, but I probably need to call it in.
He's like, I've done all I can do, okay? I'm not a doctor. There's nothing I can do for you, sir. I've called the professionals.
His main innards are underneath that lawnmower. He's not getting anywhere without those.
No.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, it says there was nothing else to indicate it was Halloween decor. Deaton's Halloween display did create a lot of chatter around their town, though. Wendy Bethia, the store clerk on duty at Cheeseman's store, told, I want to know what they sell. Is it all cheese all the time? Told WCSC Live 5 News, quote, it's something to talk about around town. I've had a couple customers talking about it being out there. Wow. Thanks, Wendy.
What a statement. Wow.
I love when the news people are like, let's go to the streets and see what people say. And they're like, yeah, it was real big.
Either you get those or you get the real crazies. Like my favorite one is the piece of burger. But he sees this accident and the reporter's talking to him as the eyewitness. And he's like, I was just on my way to the Burger King to get a piece of burger. And he's like, the car wrapped around the light bulb.
And the police car just twists around like a tornado, girl.
It's so funny.
I thought you were going to say the ain't nobody got time for that. And
it's along the same lines.
Yeah.
It's that same vibe, same energy. Oh my God, it's so funny.
Yeah, they're like, it's so funny. Okay, so she was like, yeah, people talked about it.
Okay, thank you.
She also stated that she believed that it was harmless and fun for Halloween.
Okay, but did this man go to jail for causing a scene or...
I don't know. Let's
Did
see.
they make him take it down?
It appeared that most people around town agreed with Wendy's sentiments. However, there were others who thought that a Happy Halloween sign would have been more appropriate.
Where is the HOA when you need them? You know?
According to Deaton's mom, he had done the same decoration the year before, but it had been closer to the house and had decided to move it to the road that year.
Didn't get enough views last time.
He was like, I don't really think anybody saw that. We got no emergency response teams.
Well.
All right, so now we have high school classroom chainsaw prank.
Oh,
We don't do
Don't
that.
like that.
We don't do that. In October of 2010, not that long ago,
Oh, God.
at Taunton High School in Massachusetts. Also, I am illiterate. I'm functionally illiterate, so
I
I'm
understand.
doing what I can do here. Okay.
Reading's hard.
It is very hard. A teacher entered his classroom wearing a mask and revving a chainsaw.
The teacher?
We don't do that.
Have we been in public schools before? Have we been in any schools in America before?
I could see this maybe happening in like the 70s.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they did some wild shit then, but
But
like
in the 2010s?
in the aughts? I don't think so. According to a 15-year-old student, there was a knock at the door of his classroom and he was instructed by the teacher to open the door. Upon opening the door, another teacher was wearing a mask and holding a running chainsaw.
Oh my God!
He was unsure if it was a real chainsaw or just a toy.
Oh God.
Do they make realistic toy chainsaws like that? Jesus.
I don't know. I mean, maybe like at the Halloween store.
Gosh.
Maybe. Can you get it on Amazon?
Probably.
We'll link it.
Terrified, he ran, fell over a chair, and struck his left knee on the floor. He suffered a fractured knee and required surgery. Yeah.
Did both teachers get fired?
I hope so. And also, this kid is in therapy to this day, which we all should be. I am. You are. We all are, right? But
What a
he was on crutches for
mess.
several months.
If I were his parents, I'd be furious.
Oh my God!
Listen, the lawsuit.
The lawsuit.
The lawsuit.
And had to give up participating in sports that he used to play. Jesus. The student and his family filed a claim seeking $100,000 in damages.
Is that all?
I think you're going to got more.
Yeah.
According to their attorney, Thomas Dussault. Dussault sent the city a letter of presentment, which is an indication that he would file litigation in court if the matter wasn't resolved.
So they settled.
In the 6 months. The parents of the injured student had significant bills, according to Dussault, and tried resolving the issue with the powers that be, but did not get a response. According to Dussault, the prank, as far as he understood, had been carried out at least one other time prior to 2010.
What?
Wait a second. Per the article on How Stuff Works, the family settled out of court for $100,000. Nuddles! Get more!
Get
Can you
more
sue
money.
them again? Probably not, huh?
No.
Even if you incur more, you get like one shot.
It's kind of a one-shot thing. I mean, like, potentially you could.
Damn.
But you would, I mean, it would be much more difficult the second time to be like, we didn't ask for enough.
Okay.
Unless, like, you know, you got new bills or, like, something went wrong or, you know, something like that.
Ask for more money next time.
For real.
I would have asked for $5 billion.
Yeah, I would have been like, give me the moon and the stars and we'll see where we land.
Exactly. I mean,
Probably over 100, I can
what's
tell
the
you
worst
that.
that'll happen? You say no, and then we come to a reasonable agreement of,
Agreed.
yeah.
100,000 may have been the limit of liability that they had for insurance. I'm just going to get real technical with you about what happened. That's probably what happened. Which is very annoying.
It's super annoying.
But you take the guarantee over nothing, you know?
I guess.
I don't like it, but it is what it is.
I'm blaming Thomas Dussault.
I agree.
Okay.
He sucks. He should ask for more money.
Sorry, Thomas.
I'm
okay.
sure you're great, actually.
This one's just one paragraph, so we're not going to
Oh.
have many answers.
Okay.
Restaurant owner arrested for creating fake murder. In Paris, Kentucky, in
What?
2008, Joe Watkins, the owner of the Chicken Ranch restaurant, set up a fake crime scene with the intent to make one of his employees believe he had been murdered. Joe had been murdered, obviously not the employee.
So he staged
yes.
his own murder.
When a female employee showed up and saw Watkins lying on the floor covered in blood, she immediately ran out and called police. Watkins then tried calling her cell phone to let her know it was just a prank, but the police were already on their way after being alerted to what they believed was a murder.
Well, and now she probably thinks he's calling her from the dead.
She's like,
oh my God! Someone's got his
his murderer is after me.
my God.
Watkins was arrested for creating a situation that led to a false report.
See? That's what I'm saying about the lawnmower guy. Where was the lawnmower, though? That was North Carolina.
Yeah,
In Salisbury. Do you think they invented Salisbury steak there?
100%.
Gross. I hate
There's no
Salisbury
other
steak.
explanation.
It's so gross. Hensley and Sean love it.
Really?
Yeah. Listen, I don't know about them.
There is a food that I like,
Oh boy. Let's hear it.
and if you just hear it described, it sounds fucking disgusting.
Uh-huh.
But it's, I think, really good.
All right, what is it?
It's called deviled peas. And so you like hard boil eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like cream of celery soup maybe that you mix and make like the goo that it's like a casserole.
Okay.
And it's like peas and like,
I love that I can feel your reservation to tell me this because you know how hard I'm going to judge you.
and like Worcestershire sauce. And like
I know about Shires.
and like I don't remember what all else, but cheese maybe, and like you mix it all up and you bake it together, and it's like a gooey eggy pea thing with flavorings. And I made it for Andrew once when we were dating because I thought it was really good, and he was like, "What the fuck?" It's so disgusting, but I think it's delicious.
I'm calling the police. You have to go to jail. That's not okay.
I will say my ex, who you know,
Okay.
also really liked it.
Okay, I don't know how that helps your
It
case
does not
at all.
actually.
That made it worse.
It makes it worse.
That made it so much worse.
And sadly, I lost the recipe.
What a tragedy. I'm so sorry that happened
Andrew
to you.
may have had something to do with that.
I'm trying to think about gross food that I like.
Why the would you make that? Like, he was horrified.
Oh, okay. I know a weird thing that I like. My grandparents they live in Iowa. I just assume that I don't know if it's all of the Midwest thing or if this is just like a weird my family thing. They make tuna fish gravy. Yeah, I know it sounds gross. I don't know the mechanics of it.
It is gross. There's no getting around that.
No, you make toast.
Okay, I can get behind toast.
Yep, and then you put this tuna fish it's like a brown gravy type situation, but it's got tuna fish in it. I only eat it
You
on
are not
special
kitty
occasions.
cats that drink milk from a saucer. What are you?
I don't know. It's a special occasion meal.
Is it?
I only eat it when I'm with them. Maybe I just want to fit in, you know? Maybe
Maybe.
I don't want them to be like,
Do Sean and Hensley like that too?
I don't know if Hensley's ever had it. I think Sean had it once. I'm not sure. I don't remember if he liked it or not. Yeah, I'll ask my mom to make it next time she's down so you can come over and try it because my mom loves you. She thinks you're the best. Not as
think
good as
she's
me,
the
but like,
best.
you know, the second-ish best.
Maybe.
Yeah. You're like 1B, you know?
I trust your mom, but I don't know if I could do that. Egg throwing and a great ball of fire. I feel like I accidentally hit this with my boob.
Well,
Okay.
it should be so lucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
In-
Egg throwing and a great ball of fire.
In Franklin, Pennsylvania, a
Okay.
15-year-old boy decided on a rainy Halloween night to toss some eggs over a fence.
Like you do.
At the Pennsylvania Electric Company's substation.
Oh, no. I know exactly where this is going.
That took a turn. The combination of the splattered egg and the rain hitting the 34,000 watt transformers arc caused a ball of fire that was seen across the town.
Yeah.
As a result of the electrical eruption, approximately 8,000 people lost power in their homes for at least a few minutes. The teen turned himself in and had to be treated at the hospital for ringing ears syndrome as a result
Oh, I
of the
bet.
noise the explosion caused. At least he wasn't closer. He could have...
He could have died.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine, like, somebody at the company just like being like, oh, something happened. And then they go out there and they're like,
Then there's fried eggs everywhere and a 15-year-old boy that looks like he stuck his finger in a light socket.
yeah, like, and you'd be like, what the fuck?
Do you know how much damage that probably caused?
Man, you know his parents were pissed.
Oh, everybody's big mad at that dude.
They're like, I'm sorry, you what? You threw eggs and made a ball of fire?
Yeah.
Boys,
yeah. At
man.
the substation? Eesh.
Dude, boys be
Doing dumb stuff.
Yep.
And
See-
it's like nature. Like, you've got boys, I've got a boy. They just do dumb stuff. And you're like, why? No one's ever modeled this behavior for you in
no.
your life. So what part of your caveman brain has activated to make you think this will be fun?
MIT student's Halloween device explodes in his hands.
Oh, God. Did he lose his hands?
I'm concerned for his
All right.
hands. On October 26, 1999, 3 MIT students who were members of the Pi Kappa Sigma fraternity. What the Sigma? That's all I hear right now. Plan to set off an explosive device. We don't do that.
Well, this was 99, right?
Yeah.
It
I know.
was different times.
I'm applying today's we don't do that to 1999.
This is pre-Y2K.
That's, yeah.
How does that make you feel?
What a year! That was fun. Okay. Plan to set off an explosive device inside a Lobby 10 lecture hall to promote their Halloween party. Aren't MIT people supposed to be like real smart?
Yeah, they have a Donald Trump association, didn't you know? He's associated with MIT. He's very smart.
Very smart. The smartest in the nation. Just ask him. Everyone says so. The party was to be a fundraiser for the Leukemia Society of America. Jesus. What the fuck is happening?
This is, okay, this is an example. I'm assuming this was boys that did this.
I'm
This is an
assuming.
example that no matter how smart the boy is, he's still a boy.
He's still a boy. Yeah. Actually, aren't all of these boys? Not one of them has been a woman yet, right?
So far. Oh, my God.
So I think their hearts are in the right place. They were like, we're going to do a party, which is a fundraiser for the Leukemia Society of America. We will blow up a building in order to get people there.
Not the whole building, just the lobby.
Just the lobby.
It was going to be very contained.
Very contained.
Oh, my God. Okay.
However, the prank backfired when the device exploded in one of the students' hands. He was allegedly wearing a Grim Reaper costume at the time.
Oh,
Jesus. According to Robert J. Sales, the associate director of the MIT News Office, the student thought that the device would add to the aura by going off in a puff of smoke. The explosion sent one of the boys to the hospital while the other two were slightly injured. Because of the explosion, bomb squads from Cambridge and Boston were dispatched, and parts of the MIT campus were closed for hours.
Oh, my God.
Whoopsie.
That's one of those, like, no thoughts, just vibes. They're like, listen, it's really going to set the stage. When we walk in here in our Grim Reaper costume, we're going to set off this device. It's going to smoke everywhere. People are going to love it.
It's going to be badass. Oh,
I mean,
my gosh.
Honestly, if it had worked, it would have been.
It would have.
Imagine how much money they would have raised for leukemia.
Oh, my gosh. The Halloween party was canceled because of what transpired. However, members of the fraternity continued to raise money for the Leukemia Society of
That's
America.
good.
In the end, they presented the society's Massachusetts chapter with a check for $14,267.
No change.
No change. Iris Gleason, the executive director of the Massachusetts chapter at the time, said, quote, as a fraternity, they have traditionally recognized the importance of our mission. Oh, okay. If I had finished the sentence, I would have fucking known where she was from. We appreciate that. Okay. This is making me so scared to be a mom of boys.
I'm just thinking that this woman probably had sons and was like, oh, boys,
what
they
the fuck
tried.
Are you gonna do?
They did their best.
They did their best. All right, theft of Halloween candy. On Staten Island, New York in 2015, a woman was caught on... Okay, finally one woman was caught on security footage stealing buckets of candy and toys off of a family's front porch on Halloween night.
Oh, my God.
The Jones family had left the 3 buckets, 2 filled with candy, and 1 filled with toys for children with food allergies. Well, that's sweet.
So nice.
On their front porch with a sign to save some for others. Mm-hmm. They then took their own son out to trick or treat. Upon returning home, the 2 buckets containing candy were missing. She took the buckets?
She took the whole bucket?
And the bucket with the toys was still there, but the toys were all gone. Okay, when you get your Halloween shit out every year, that bucket, you're going to reuse that bucket.
I know.
We don't take the buckets.
We put a bucket
hateful.
on our porch one year and just said, like, we were taking the kids out. And so we were like, please just take one or two, like, leave some for everyone else. We have a Ring camera. Everyone has a Ring camera. This, like, teenage kid came up and just, like, dumped the whole bucket. And there were other little kids, like, not directly behind him, but, like, I could see the other small kids in the Ring camera. Takes all and just leaves. And then, like, these other kids get up there and they look in the bucket and they say there's nothing. And they took candy out of their bag and put it back in. It was so precious.
Oh my
But if I find that kid,
gosh.
I'm going to fight him.
Yeah. Yes, okay. Southwest Florida, hottest bachelor Ingmar Sprude fire alarm prank. I don't know who this is. Okay. Ingmar, who goes by Iggy Sprude of Naples, Florida, who was 28 at the time of this incident, was named by Gulf Shore Life magazine as one of Southwest Florida's hottest bachelor.
And his name's Iggy?
Uh-huh.
That's weird.
In 2009, Iggy attended a Halloween party at Sway Lounge dressed as Pamela Anderson and decided that as a prank for the holiday, he'd pull the fire alarm.
Oh, we don't do that.
And he's almost 30 at this point. Mm-hmm. Also, Pamela Anderson, love her, but if you're going to go Halloween, go Spamela Hamderson.
Oh, duh.
That's the much better option.
Obviously.
Everyone at the club had to evacuate, and several fire crews responded to the scene. Once it was determined that there was no fire, the police took a look at the club's surveillance video, and they saw a man in a red swimsuit. Oh, he went Baywatch.
Oh.
A blonde wig and flip-flops pull the alarm.
Flip-flops?
Wait a second.
Ew.
Hang on. He's wearing the Baywatch bathing suit?
Yep.
With a package? Yikes.
Maybe it wasn't as big as you're assuming that it was.
But anything is visible.
Well,
is the problem.
Maybe he did a tuck situation. You've seen Drag Race, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I kind of need to look this up. Okay.
Don't.
The police
don't
identified because, like, ew.
Okay, that too. But really, the flip flops are what.
Hate flip-flops.
I hate men in flip flops.
Wait, all flip flops? Because, like,
a thong sandal flip flop is an abomination on a man. I don't listen. If I were,
I thought it was just the flip flops with basketball shorts. You don't like them at all. What
No,
about
I
like at the pool and at the
it is
beach?
acceptable if you are immediately beside water. If there is no water in sight, Sean tried to wear flip flops one time to like the store because he was just running out, and I was like, no, and he was like, I'm just running out. I was like, you have slides, put those on.
So it's the mechanism of between the toes that is egregious.
It's everything
to you?
about a flip flop is just like. Bleh.
But can you wear flip flops?
I don't wear flip flops. I don't.
They're gross for you too?
No, this is a very sexist thing. I'm just gonna be real with you. I really don't like flip flops though in general on women or men. I just don't think they're an attractive shoe. You know, and then they just like. I don't like it.
They flip and they flop.
They flip and they flop, and they're loud, and they're usually gross looking, and like not a lot of people have attractive feet. I don't think I've ever seen a foot that I was like, man, I wish I saw more of your toes.
The police identified the man to be Iggy Sprude, and he was arrested and charged with tampering with fire detection equipment. He posted bond not too long after his arrest. A representative for Sway Lounge, Jason Blend, said, quote, Sway is known for Halloween, and I think people came with the expectation that something special was going to happen. That was not what they were expecting to happen.
All these quotes are like so insightful.
They're like, I mean, people like Halloween and like stuff.
Yeah. And then they got sprayed by the fire alarm sprinkler. I'm assuming the sprinklers went off, right? When you pull the fire alarm, the sprinklers go off.
Surely he didn't do it to try to get like costumes to be see-through or anything.
Oh, maybe there was an ulterior motive.
Maybe he's a creep. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe he's not, but he did wear flip-flops to a bar.
A woman leads 2 teenagers on Halloween vandalism spree.
Oh.
Okay, I should have reserved
Okay.
my men are doing this because now this is the second woman. In Salem, New Jersey.
We might have spoken too soon.
Whoops. In Salem, New Jersey, in the early morning hours between 3:30 and 6:30, former 911 center employee Bobby L. Franklin drove two 14-year-old girls around Lower Alloways Creek Township on Halloween 2015. The two teens in Franklin painted a sign at the township school. What is she doing with these?
Well, she's not a regular mom. She's a cool mom.
Are these her kids?
I hope one of them is, because otherwise, why are these women abducting children to commit these Halloween pranks?
I would have thought they were her. At least one of them was her kid, but after the last one, I don't know anymore.
You never know.
Okay, so they were painting a sign at the township school, some vehicles, and a mailbox. The police investigated the vandalism and were led to Bobby Franklin. She was arrested on November 16th and charged with 2 counts of criminal mischief, disorderly conduct, and committing a crime with individuals under the age of 17.
What did she paint? Did they paint penises on stuff? Because how funny.
I would like to know. She appeared in State Superior Court in Salem before Judge Benjamin Telze.
Okay.
And as part of the plea deal with the Salem County Prosecutor's Office, she pleaded guilty to 1 third-degree charge of criminal mischief. All the other charges were dropped. She was sentenced to 5 years of probation in order to pay $12,089.39 in restitution for the damages. How was this more than the explosion of the lobby in damages?
Well, she painted cars.
Fuck yeah.
And
okay,
so
you're right.
if you paint the car, you
Yeah,
have to get
that's
it
expensive.
repainted, right?
Yeah.
Like you essentially have to repaint the whole thing.
That actually makes a lot of sense, yeah. During sentencing, Judge Telze said that if she provides full restitution on schedule, her probation could be cut to 2 years. She was expected to pay $200 a month, according to a discussion in court. The 2 teens involved in the vandalism are unnamed, but were entered into a program for youth offenders and both performed community service, according to the authorities. Garage door decapitated man.
Oh God. This feels in line with the lawnmower situation.
Oh, God. Okay. I was like, oh.
Can you imagine though if you run up on that? All right, tell me the story.
In September of 2017 in Tennessee, hey.
Oh, hey.
I don't think we're going to be proud.
Okay.
So he gave his neighbors a serious fright when decorating for Halloween. When passing the Lover Give home, people thought that a man had lost his head via the garage door. They could see a man lying on his stomach with no head and the garage door with 2 bloody handprints on his neck.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. A man named Johnny Riddle was driving to work when he saw the display and called the Greene County Sheriff's Office. He said, quote, "There's a guy laying in his driveway with 2 big bloody handprints on the side of the house. It looks like he was dead. I don't know. I didn't stop. I just came on to work."
I would too, John. I would too. But also, a garage door is not a guillotine. Like, imagine if you really were decapitated by a garage door. Like, how many times does it have to close on your head?
Didn't that happen in
That's
one
like
of the
a
Scream
blunt-
movies?
No. Well, I don't know.
There was
Maybe.
something with a garage door, I feel like.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. I was thinking about 13 Ghosts when the glass doors get him. I think about that every time I go to get on an elevator and the
my
doors
God.
start to close. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, because it will bloop.
Cut you right in half.
I mean, and then perfectly where you can just see the
insides.
I mean.
And you just slide down the wall.
Lover Give told the media, "This morning about 10 o'clock, I get a pounding on the door. I said, 'Thank you guys for caring, but I'm doing just fine.'"
What?
The fuck? It turns out the Lover Give family loves Halloween and always celebrates early. That year, they stuffed some paper into clothing to create the scene, but when at the home, police did remove a boot to ensure that it wasn't a real person.
Oh.
Lover Give said, "I was actually..." Wait, when did they say this was? Oh, September.
That's early.
That's pretty early. Because it's like, how early? Well, no wonder why people were like, "I'm not connecting this with Halloween."
Yeah.
Lover Give said, "I was actually going to dress up under there after everyone's seated for so long. When they get out to get drinks or something, I was going to pop up out of the garage door and scare everybody."
So he was playing the long game.
And, quote, "I thought it looked so real and so fun, and I hope people don't take offense."
No one's offended. They were afraid for their lives.
Riddle, who called it into police, and other neighbors reportedly laughed their heads off when they found out it was all just a joke. Lovergive said he hoped that heads wouldn't roll for this stunt.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Greene County Sheriff's Office posted the following alert on their Facebook, quote, "For those of you driving on Chucky Pike in Greene County, this is a Halloween decoration. Do not call 911 reporting a dead body. Instead, congratulate the homeowner on a great display."
Okay, well, I like that they were cool with it.
Yeah.
But they were also like, please don't call us. We can't keep going to this house.
Although, wouldn't that have been the perfect opportunity for the serial killer that lives next door to start putting dead
Obviously.
bodies out on his
Or
lawn?
maybe he was the serial killer.
In Easton, Pennsylvania in 1887, the sophomore class of, I'm going to say because Pennsylvania, it's Lafayette, not Lafayette, Lafayette, celebrated Halloween in the way that college had never seen before. Prior to this, it was customary for the college to give the sophomores a holiday on the condition that they, quote, behaved as good boys should.
Okay. I have a lot of feelings about the way we worded that.
Mm-hmm.
But why only the sophomores?
Oh,
I don't know.
interesting. However, the class of 1890 decided not to ask for the holiday, and since it was not offered to them, they celebrated it their own way despite not receiving permission. They said, "F you, I'm doing it
They
anyway."
behaved as good boys should.
The November 1st, 1887 issue of the New York Times laid out what all had transpired on All Hallows Eve and what had been discovered that morning. First, when the chapel bell chimed, it was rather faint and not as loud as it normally would be. That's because the clapper, now missing, had been replaced with a hammer. Then...
Okay.
Wild. Then one of the pumps from the cisterns on the north side of the campus had been lying in the middle of the football field. Another pump was torn out and broken, quite badly. A hole that was in the process of being dug up in the back of McKean Hall had been filled up, and inside of it were the steps from some of the dormitories, as well as several hymn books from the chapel.
They were just wreaking havoc.
Blasphemous.
They were like, you won't offer us this good boy holiday?
I'll show you a good boy.
Yeah.
The college horse
What?
was found to be on the first floor of McKean Hall and had spent the night there.
Oh.
There was lots of poops in there.
How did they get the horse down the stairs? Like, I mean, I know how you would get him up. It doesn't seem difficult to get it to go up the stairs.
Yeah.
How the hell are you going to get it down the stairs?
Carrots?
Can it walk down the stairs?
I don't know. I don't know nothing
Okay.
about horses.
Now I'm very concerned about the horse.
Yeah. They were like, well, I guess we'll just get rid of it then. The chapel doors were found closed. They were normally open.
Oh,
because the keyholes,
closing doors? So scandalous.
because the keyholes had been filled with molten lead. Jesus.
Oh my God.
The door to the gallery was open, and when one entered, they saw that the seats had been smeared with molasses, and all books, including the Bible, had been removed. There was no
Heathens.
service that morning. It was also discovered that there were dumbbells missing from the gymnasium, and that the tennis net was missing from the faculty's court. What the fuck?
And that's why we call it Satan's holiday.
This is terrible. Students and faculty alike were rather disgruntled about the removal of the Bible and hymn books from the chapel. They were also not too pleased about the molasses on the seats.
But they didn't care about the horse. They were like, how dare you desecrate the house of the Lord on Satan's holiday?
But
The other
cares
stuff
about the
we'll get
horse?
over, but this is where we draw the line.
the sophomores denied having anything to do with the books and the molasses,
As
but
they
the
should.
remaining pranks were ascribed to them. Well, then who else did it? They were like, we did 40 things, but not those two. The article didn't know what punishments would be laid out to the boys, but it reads, quote, "It is pretty certain that no mercy will be shown to those who were concerned in the work done in the chapel if they are found out." Why did they write like in Shakespearean?
Because it was 18 something or other.
But it wasn't like 14 something.
That's true.
Neither
They
will
were still
they.
keeping up the premise that they were very proper
I guess so.
Englishmen, I guess.
Neither will they receive any sympathy from the body of students who, while they laughed at the rest of the tricks, universally and outspokenly condemned this one. Every effort will be made by the faculty to discover and bring to justice the perpetrators of the chapel outrage.
Listen, they sound boring. Okay? That sounds like a school I don't want to go to.
It's just molasses.
I know.
Have you seen that video where somebody is doing a thing and they're like, if you're out of brown sugar, no problem. Just mix molasses with regular sugar. And then the guy dressed as Mickey Mouse is like, if I don't have brown sugar, what the f makes you think I have molasses? It's so funny.
I literally saw that this morning.
I died laughing.
But honestly, it's true. If I
is
don't
true.
have brown sugar, why do you think I have molasses? Or when they're like, here's a healthy alternative to blah, 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 and it takes 47 ingredients. No, I'm not doing that.
Absolutely not.
It's too much work.
Yeah.
And also, I don't want to.
No.
Just give me the bad stuff and let me move on.
Yeah. I'll just eat pizza rolls. I mean, not anymore because
Well, you'll eat gross peas too, so.
They're delicious.
No, they're not. The only time I'll eat peas is like, okay, this is kind of gross. The 7-layer salad.
Oh, I do
Where
love-
one of the layers is mayonnaise.
I love that.
Dude, that shit's good.
It's really good.
But the only reason I eat the peas is because they're mixed in there. I could have a 6-layer salad without the peas.
I would have an 8-layer salad, double the peas.
Oh, okay.
Love some peas.
Anyway, we digress, but
Yeah.
here we are. We made it to the end.
We made it. Yeah, and you made it. So, we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.